Hello and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. I wanted to start 10 minutes ago, but it's hard to believe a simple thing like pouring coffee would turn into a big fiasco. But cleaning up coffee everywhere. Okay, just have to forget about it. Now, oh, I didn't even grab it. See what I mean? I grabbed the wrong bottle. Hold on. Oh, man. All right. Now I'm trying to get it redone here. Piperdean, the fabulous splendid Scotch whiskey from Albertsons, the Albertsons grocery chain. Well, it's a nice label. When I had this in isolation on a solo review, it tasted good, and I was very impressed with it. I said, "Wow, I can't believe it. For $5.99 a bottle, it really had a lot of things going for it." Or so it seemed. And I'll explain. Then I did a taste challenge 2 days ago. You might have watched it. I did Piperdean against 100 Pipers. Piperdean, 100 Pipers. So I figured it'll be even, 100 Pipers is $8.99 a bottle, Piperdean $5.99. So I thought, that'll be all right. In the aroma, it seemed like the Piperdean was winning the battle in aroma. But like coffee here, I mean, I could smell it and say, oh, it smells like this, but you buy it to drink, right? And you buy whiskey to drink. It's amazing how many whiskey commercials are on Major League Baseball games, by the way. I was watching a game on TBS Sunday, their weekly Sunday game. And they had Jim Beam. Well, they had a lot of Jack Daniels commercials, then Jim Beam. And then Evan Williams. Said Evan Williams. So they were in the mix. This is national television. Then last night with the White Sox at Yankees, White Sox won. I should have stayed up and watched the whole game because I couldn't get to sleep after I turned the TV off. And then so I woke up later than usual today at 4:17. He said, that ain't late. I know, but I usually, if it's a day off of work, I'll wake up at 3:45. So I slept in. But they had Johnny Walker Black commercial. So in 2 days, I saw 4 whiskey commercials. Jack Daniels multiple times, Evan Williams, Jim Beam, and Johnny Walker Black. That was like a really fast commercial, too. I kept looking. I think they took a long, drawn-out video, probably a YouTube video that goes a minute or two, discussing their whole process, and then they just like condensed it in a real short nationally televised Johnny Walker Black commercial. But still, I had never seen that before, so it kind of impressed me. Ronnie S. says, more Vienna sausage reviews, please. Yeah, I kind of ran out of varieties. Really nothing left to do, unfortunately. If I find something new, I'll do it. I have a video coming up where I talked about this Underwood corned beef, though. I saw that at Walmart, and I said, I don't think I've had Underwood corned beef. I had their roast beef, and I really like the corned beef. So I said, oh, yeah, I'm going to talk about that. All right. We're going against Clan MacGregor. Now, when I started tasting the Piperdean against the 100 Pipers, it didn't hold up. The aroma, yeah. But like I said, we don't smell it. We drink it. Although the aroma is part of it. But when you started tasting it, the 100 Pipers just blew it away. It had so much more flavor, so much more smokiness, and smoked pork, and the peatiness and all. So I said, oh, I guess 100 Pipers is a case of getting what you pay for. You pay $5.99, that's what you get. Now, Clan MacGregor is usually about $9.50 a bottle at Walmart, but it looked like they closed it out. They don't sell it anymore. They got rid of it. They were selling it for $5 a bottle the last time I went in there, just to get rid of the remaining bottles. So I bought one for $5. But that's not a normal price. The normal price is between $9 and $10 for Clan MacGregor. Walmart kind of reset their whole liquor section over here in They got rid of a lot of stuff and they brought in a whole new array of things. I was shocked, really, of all the new stuff they brought in. Yeah, so I said, man, brought in this new brandy that I've never heard of from France, French brandy. So a lot of excitement over there, less than 1 mile away. All right, time to get going on this. Sorry about the delay, but I couldn't help spilling coffee. I mean, I could have helped because it was my own carelessness. But you always say to yourself, oh, it'll be all right. And then usually it isn't. You take a shortcut and things don't work out. All right. Okay. We're going to go with Clan MacGregor first, though, because it was introduced in 1934. And Piperdean only 2 years ago, 2016. I don't know. My nose is bothering me. There must be some really high humidity today or something. That's got me down. Not down. Not sick or anything, but it's just stuffy. Oh, man. Can't believe it. All right. So Clan MacGregor since 1934. Now, somebody was telling me you're wrong. It was a different year. But I researched that, and I wasn't wrong. It was the situation was that it had been bought out at that year, the person was stating. I said, no, it's transferred ownership over the years. And the year you're talking about is the year William Grant took it over. William Grant and Sons, they own it now. But 100 Clan MacGregor was introduced by a different company in 1934. And it's always had the same theme. And the theme is this. They claim, at least, they claim. Oh, and it's aged 3 years. There's no age statement on the Piperdean. Interesting. 36 months. Yeah, that's 3 years. Bottled in Edison, New York. See, Alexander MacGregor and Company, which is William Grant. If you look at the advertisements back to the 1930s, they say, we're a wonderful blended Scotch whiskey. We're high quality, but we sell it cheap because we don't pay the cost of shipping bottles to the USA. So if you just look at the old newspaper, you can't look at television ads because remember, liquor was not allowed on television in the United States until just a few years ago. They say, we ship it over here and then we bottle it in America. So we don't have to pay that cost. That's a common practice. You'll notice the Piperdean is bottled in Louisville, Kentucky. We'll just start naming Scotch, and you can find a lot of them that are actually bottled over here. And if you want to find out, just look at the bottle. It'll tell you. It has to tell you. It's a law. It's a requirement. It must tell you. Made a little mistake there. Boy, I'm making mistakes this morning. Things are not working out too well, and I don't know why, because I slept pretty well. Hold on. Wow, man. Okay, Piperdean. All right, let's see if it's the same level. No. Put the Clan MacGregor too high. I'll just sip it down. I don't want to drink too much of this stuff. All right. Well, this glass has got water. A little water drops up. That'll be all right. course, you do want as few variables as possible. They're both that kind of gold. And if you look at these kind of items sometimes, they almost have an olive oil. These blended Scotch whiskeys have almost an olive oil appearance, like the extra virgin olive oil. Like they're gold at first sight. But if you really look at them carefully, they'll start to have almost an olive green aspect to them. That might sound crazy, but I've noticed that. And I say, I see this olive green. It's like Budweiser. If you look at a Budweiser, oh, the company's going to track me down and have me eliminated probably for saying this. But I've said it on video before. I'm still around. You look at Budweiser carefully, it'll almost have a green look to it. It's not too apparent, but it seems to have that. To me, no, I don't know what that is. Well, anyway, Budweiser is a weird drink because it doesn't taste like anything else. It's a rice lager. You get that strong rice thing. The yeast strain seems unusually harsh. And people always remark, oh, it gives me a nasty headache, a dirty hangover, etc. And I say, yeah, it's something about their yeast strain that's just very offensive to the biological makeup of some people, their body, their biorhythms, man. Doesn't bother me at all. Although sometimes when you sip on Budweiser, it does give you an experience like an ice pick through the temple. It's like clanging a bell in your head. It's like ding, ding, ding. I'm Budweiser. Yeehaw. And that just doesn't appeal to a lot of people. It does appeal to many people. It's the #1 selling beer on the planet. But I don't know. It's strange. But now let's go on to the Scotch, shall we? I'm going to mix them up. You say you're mixed up because you spilled the coffee. I am mixed up. I'm discombobulated. Well, it just was trying to do too many things. It was all rushing together at one time. It was freaking me out, man. It's freaking me out. You got shook. Yeah, baby. What is my prediction on this? Well, I don't think Piperdean's got a chance. All right. And I'm not over here talking about how great Clan MacGregor is either. I like it, but you know, it's $9.72 a bottle and it tastes like it. But this Piperdean has got no chance. Now in aroma it might even win, but in taste it's going to get murdered, I think. All right. I got my nose bothering me a little bit. Oh man. You said you should have canceled your examination. No, no, no. The show must go on. I should have let my doppelganger do it. Well, this one here has some underlying corn base for sure. I mean, you would never, ever think this was anything but about 80% column still grain whiskey with a periphery of malts. Oh, malt whiskeys from different parts of Scotland, yada, 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 as they say in New York. There's a little peat, there's a little smoke, but there isn't much of it really. It's pretty basic. Let's go over here. Oh. Well, I don't know how you'd ever mix these two up. I just don't know how, because they surely do not smell the same. This one has a much, to steal a term from India Pale Ales, a dank aroma. Oh, wow, man, it's dank, huh? Oh, dude, you ought to come hang out with us, man. We were into dank, man. I know. I'm impressed, too. It's a rich, peaty, smoky, but it's more than that. It's just like I don't want to say some kind of oil, but some kind of you say, no, that's a candy corn aroma, and it's coming from that column still grain whiskey. It could be, but it's a richness that the other one does not have. Huh. Oh, okay. I'm thinking about the man in the mirror. No, I'm thinking about September of 2016, I believe it was, when I was trying this with my daughter in Alabama. And I thought that this smells like what I was smelling then. That's how I recall these things, like in contextual sense. This one here smells a lot like, you know, like American grain whiskey. Oh, well, yeah, there's some smoke and some peat, but that thing over there, heck, you may as well just go get some Heaven Hill. You say, you mean it just smells like grain alcohol? Yeah, pretty much. It'll get you drunk. Yeah, it will. Okay, time for the taste. I think this is Clan MacGregor, and I think that's Piperdean, but I hadn't tasted them yet. So, well, I did taste one, but I was just gulping it. Now I'm tasting it for scientific and cultural purposes. Oh, well, how about that? How about that? I'm so tempted. I won't do it. But I'm tempted to take this thing here and put it in taste challenges against some run-of-the-mill Canadian blended whiskeys and some run-of-the-mill American blended whiskeys. And believe me, they must have 10,000 run-of-the-mill American blended whiskeys. And they're mostly kind of like that. In other words, they ain't much. Now, yeah, the Seagram 7 can kill them all because it's way better. It actually has value on its own merits. But this is sort of like those others. It just exists. Kind of like Albertson's blended American blended whiskey. You could buy it. That's the answer. You could buy it. No. That's the value of the taste challenges. In isolation, on its own merits, something might taste good. You know, like we were saying, Budweiser. Oh, I love Budweiser. Well, how many beers have you had in your life? You're 38 years old. Oh, that's the only one I've ever tried. Oh, well, have you ever thought of trying anything else? No, that's my comfort zone. Well, as long as you stay in that zone, you're fine. But if you step out of it, you see, and try other things, it might change the whole paradigm for you. Now, I took issue with Greg's beer reviews because he said he drank Budweiser for 30 years. Then he stepped out and tried all these craft beers, and it was a wonderful experience that he's still doing. He doesn't drink Budweiser anymore. Well, that's fine. If he stops right there, that's fine. No problem with that statement. It's believable, and I go along with it. It's when he says, and I hate Budweiser now. It's trash, and I hate it. It's horrible. So that's what I'm saying to myself. Hold on a minute. Time out. I said, it took you 30 years to realize something you were drinking was horrible? I might have learned that in 30 minutes. It wouldn't take me 30 years. But that was just my contention there because I can understand the other part. You stepped out finally and it was a whole different world. Okay, fine. Don't tell me you drank something for 30 years and now you found out it's horrible. I don't buy that. It might be relatively dull. I mean, this is a joke. I'm not sitting up here talking about how great Clan MacGregor is. I'm sorry, I'm not. It's got a lot of grain spirit too. Now, you get on their website and they talk about the baked apple. Yeah, it does have that. And all these other complexities. I'm not on their website. I could look it up, but that's okay. You probably don't want to see that. So it's not as complex as they claim. Like, you get on their website, it's so fancy, and all the history of Clan MacGregor. Oh, back in the days of Scotland, and all the wonderful things that happened in Scotland, and the fantastic experience of Clan MacGregor. And I'm like, sure. But it's not as ghastly as other people might make it out to be. So you got to have that middle ground, that kind of sensible approach. Is it a wonderful Scotch whiskey? Well, it's cheap, but it's not horrible either. But anyway, okay. And it's got smoke. Yeah, it's got some peat, but mainly it's mostly kind of like grain alcohol. Huh. I don't know, but I've been told in the heat of the day a man died of cold. Well, tonight, there's the daylight. It's going to be tonight. I'll tell you what, that Ancient Age performed a lot better than either one of these. But Ancient Age was like a bull in a china shop. It was just taking no prisoners. You know what I mean? It was like Smoke City and pork, smoked pork. I mean, it was serious business. But these two are like, Okay, I'm going to say Piperdean over here. Clan MacGregor. I don't know. Did I make a mistake pouring? Did I get so discombobulated that I screwed up on my pour? I might have to go out on a limb right now. People say you just staged that because you want to drink double amount this morning. Wrong again. I know one good thing about this Piperdean or Clan MacGregor. If you cut yourself, you could pour it on the wound and it'll kill all germs. It's almost like you can experience a doctor's office through the whiskey. It's like I'm in the doctor's office. I smell the antiseptic. Yeah, I don't know if that's really what they're shooting for. Okay. Golly gee. I'm confused. So terribly confused. So I've got to do a second round. You say, oh, it's about to get crazy in Louisiana. Yeah, it's about to get crazy, baby. And let me tell you about these other people on the internet and what I don't like about them. I take issue with this guy. Okay. PD, Piperdean. Okay, sometimes you got to sacrifice for science. I mean, okay, that's just the way it is. That's how science works. You might say, I bet you wouldn't drink huge volumes for science. I probably would not, no. But I can't sit up here all comfortable and saying, well, Marie Curie, she did what she had to do. And she didn't, she put science above her own personal safety. But you over here all comfortable and you scared to sip a little Scotch whiskey for science. Yeah, I know. So I can't. I can't have that trepidation approach. You got to have a open mind and be willing to just go for broke sometimes, especially when you spill coffee and you got disoriented and you got upset. All right. We'll give it a second go. I've done this before. You understand. You remember some of the past escapades. Why would I even use a word such as escapade? I should have said experiments. I mean, escapades. It's ridiculous the things people will say in the morning. Yeah. Okay. This one has character, and this one is vacant. Pretty vacant. Some character. Am I talking about great character, depth of aroma, just exquisite? No. There is some peat. Now, if you're a smoke fan, like you said, I love the smokiness of Scotch. I hate to tell you that neither one of these are going to really work because they really don't have it. They have peat, soiled, even dirt. You say dirt. Yeah, downtown dirt, as Lou Reed might have said in 1978. I don't know. I think on the second round, I just think this one in my right hand's got to be Piperdean. It just doesn't have a whole lot of character. Has some, but not too much. And this one has that oiliness that I was talking about. Oiliness. And didn't I say that on the right-hand side earlier on the first round? I think I did. And that extra virgin olive oil thing, which none of that exists in the whiskey. Okay, so let's get down to it. We have these little hiccups and mishaps, and you say, well, that's part of drinking and tasting whiskey. You have a lot of mishaps. This is true. That's why you should be at home. We got lots of buffers. All right. This has got a whole lot of nothing. I mean, really, you know, it's like people say, come on, man, that stuff is so cheap. That's hooch. That's got nothing going for it. You are probably right. If you want to be technical. Yeah, like it's incredible, you know, how dull an item can be. I don't think I've ever done a taste challenge where I said that any of the things I was doing was bad. No, but I remarked many times that they were just dull, bland, dull, boring, nondescript, characterless. And that's where your McCormick and your Club 400 and your, not to mention your Albertsons and your Heaven Hill and your Barton. All of that falls into that just inert, as my father would say, inert. He said, this food tastes like inert. I said, what do you mean inert? Like it's inert, like it has no, it's in stasis or something. Boy, oh boy, you want to try a lot of nothing? Try these blended whiskeys, Canadian, Scotch, American, and they all tend to have that. Now, qualification, the Drumcastle Irish whiskey, no, that has a lot more intricacies. It's also $17 a bottle. Now you say, but I want to pay $5.99 a bottle and get all these great characteristics. Well, I don't know where you're going to have. Where would that happen? How would that happen? You could pay $7.99 and get Beam's 8-star. Now, Beam's 8-star is a peculiar item. It's a cheap, run-of-the-mill, well whiskey that no one would ever allow themselves to be caught drinking, like at a dinner party. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to let people come to your house and have Beam's 8-star on the tray. No, you hide that in the cabinet. You're going to have Jim Beam Black or something you're trying to show off, you know. But it does have some characters. It's strange. It's like it's only aged 2 years, but it has these like peculiar little character that it should not have. You know what I mean? It shouldn't have that. Why does it have this? But it does. So that speaks well for Beam Suntory, that they can make, okay, they can make hooch, but it has some character. Okay. When usually it doesn't. All right. Yeah, this has got to be Clan MacGregor. I'm telling you, Clan MacGregor has got to be this, because it's got the oiliness, that more soil orientation than the very pedestrian, and I mean pedestrian, like you don't even have shoes on, you're walking barefoot item. And I'm not here to brag on Clan MacGregor today, because I'm not getting a whole lot of character with it. Mixed up, not mixed up, it doesn't matter. It's just not, it's not performing too well. Okay, so I'm going to say Clan MacGregor. And this Piperdean. So all I can tell you is I was wrong. I mean, I don't think I was wrong either time, as far as pouring it wrong or any of that. I think I was just wrong. I couldn't tell them apart. And that's why I did the second. I just think I can't tell them apart. And oh man, oh man. I'm trying to pull out some characteristics with this Clan MacGregor. There is some of that olive oil, but I mean, really, it's just like grain. It's just like distilled grain. I mean, I have to be honest. It is not my job to try to cover or run interference for Clan MacGregor. You know what I mean? You might say, well, I watched your old videos. Hell, you bragged about it in some cases. I know. And that's why I'm trying to wiggle out of this. But I can't pull myself out of the conundrum here, or the trap. Yeah, the trap I set myself. Okay, well, hey. I don't know what the hell you look. Piperdean, you did okay today, but then you weren't exactly playing Alabama. You say, well, we beat Middle Tennessee State today. Yep, you sure did. Piperdean. But next time, you're going up against Cuddy Sark. And I got a feeling you're going to get killed. And I'm going to be very careful next time. I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to really try to focus. But I don't think, yeah, it's just, I was smelling these, you know, and I was like preemptive, and I was saying, I don't know. It's just like, okay. And then this one was like kind of more, there was more of, not a lot, but there was more of that. Little bit. So, oh well, you never know, man. You just never know. You think you know, but you don't know, but you might find out. So, gosh. All right. Well, I don't know why I thought I would just have a perfect record forever from now on. I mean, I was like 11 straight getting them right. So I figured, yeah. You know, you start getting careless. Like you like the Boston Red Sox in 2018. You say, look, we're so far ahead. It's mid-August and we are so far ahead. We can just let down now and kind of go through the motions and be blasé about the season. Yeah, right. You can do that. Now the Yankees are only 6.5 games behind you, and now you're feeling the heat because you've been playing like garbage. Oh, boy. All right, thanks for watching this video production. I'm going to start uploading the video here, beer review. And golly, I got to wait. I have to wait, of course. But I want to do that Piperdean against Cuddy Sark so bad. but I'm gonna wait. Like Michael Corleone, I'm gonna wait. And now if the Piperdean tied, it was a tie here. So I mean, hell, excuse my language. You've been drinking. I mean, okay, I admit sometimes I use language I shouldn't use, but I would just pay $5.99 if it was a choice. But then I really wouldn't take that choice. I wouldn't buy either one. I'd buy Johnny Walker Black or Chivas Regal. But I'm so curious to see what's going to happen against Cuddy Sark. Now, if I get that wrong, all kidding aside, I like try to cover everything up with clowning. You notice I try to kid to try to distract you from the failure. But if I get that wrong, if I can't tell Cuddy Sark from Piperdean, I'll be really concerned. You know what I mean? Like I'll have a lot of thinking to do. I'll have to question things then. I mean, that'll be troubling. This was just like a little bit kind of like disturbing, you know, but that would be deeply troubling. All right, thanks for watching this video production.